Hello, welcome to Peter Plays Solforge. Long time no play. It's nothing to do with you guys. It's me, it's not you. I've been having a break from Solforge. Haven't played it for several weeks now. While I was in hospital, I played too much of it, burned myself out, so I've had a bit of a longish break, but I'm back. Haven't been playing much. I played 2 drafts yesterday, a 2-1-1, and I'm halfway through an 0-2 on the other. So, where are we? Yeah, 0-2 on a pretty decent deck because I was really out of it. It was a bad move, really. But today I am going to do something which I have not done for a while, and that is play a constructed deck. TinyGrimes, I'm pretty sure it was TinyGrimes, someone cool. Yes, TinyGrimes has written another competitive Solforge guides, and I'm going to try it out because I haven't yet, and I think it'd be interesting. So, he recommends 3 of the ubiquitous Weirwood Patriarchs, 3 Thundersaws. I think I have 3. Yeah, I've got 4 Thundersaws. The last day I played Draft before my big gap, I totally burned out on it. I played, I think, like 15 drafts in a day, and I 3-0'd about 8 or 9 of them. I was really happy with it, and so I was kind of happy to end on a high, and now I've come back and just lost ferociously. Lots of news in the world of Solforge. 3 Blight Walkers. I'm not going to say what I'm doing. You can see. I do have 2 Zymus now, which I still have never opened a Zymus or got one in draft. I bought both of these in the daily sale because I wanted to have some frickin' Zymus, so I bought them. He's meant to have 3 Zymus, but I don't have 3, so 2 will have to do. As soon as Forging comes out, which is one of the new things, I will up my Zymus count. Now it says to have 2 Swamp Moss Lurker. I'm going to go with 3 because I only have 2 Zymus in there, and I'll see how that goes. 3 Gemhide. Anyway, yeah, lots of news in the world of Solforge, such as the fact that Forging is coming, very exciting. I've been looking forward to that for a while. They released the rates and they're pretty decent. I have a lot of spare legendaries and the like, which I might forge or I might wait until the new ones are available. I don't know. Now I haven't even read the full article yet. I'm going to launch straight into it. I'll quickly talk through the strategy, and then I'm going to enter I'll try a random match online, and then I'm going to enter a constructed tournament because why not? So this is the deck. It's very focused, isn't it? Let's see. What makes the deck so strong is it runs both plenty of removal and its own significant threats. Blah de blah. Swamp Moss is underleveled. The threats is Thundersaw. Thundersaw is so powerful that your opponent will warp their entire game plan just to handle him. He's good against Thunderbots, which I haven't played much constructed, so I don't know that there's much. What I'm trying to say. I don't know the current meta at all, so this is my learning. You'll learn with me. I play every single one, happily play them in empty lanes. Weirwood is an important tool in this deck, and every deck. Weirwood continues to be crazy overpowered. God, those stats are so stupidly over the top. I really hope they nerf him in the update. I don't think they will. Oh, okay, my screen's doing this thing lately where it's all blurry and weird. I'm going to play on anyway, and at worst, you just won't be able to see what I'm doing. Sorry about that, I'll talk you through it all. Weirwood, yes, body substantial to play enough even when not buffing anyone. That's because it's a crazy good card. Grimgaunt is situational yet substantial. If you're playing against a wide strategy such as Thunderbots, Deathweaver, or Drix, it gets out of control quickly. The level 1 will rarely win games. You're playing for the runaway level 2, so don't be afraid to trade the level 1. Don't invest too many resources in protecting it. Cool. Good to know. Zymus is situational against Necrium Tempest. I've played 10 straight games without putting him on the board. Well, I'm not too sad about only having 2. He's too slow against a fast deck. You may be tempted. Do not play Zymus. This is not a Zymus deck unless you're against Necrium Tempest. Got it. Removal. Blightwalker is good for everything except for Brightsteel and Leafkin. It's buffed by WWP, stays around for a while. Place it in an empty lane, even if there are no creatures to block, since the incidental damage can add up quickly. Against a Loyan, playing a Blightwalker in the center row can be especially disruptive. It's useful to know. The most important reason for Blightwalker's surge is Thundersaw. Yes, Thundersaw is a beast of a card. I stopped playing Constructed because of the Thundersaw Weirwood combination. It's just too much for me. Gemhide and Cull the Weak take out Arcflight Squadrons and Leafkins before they get good. Be careful with Gemhide, it's bad against Thundersaw. Right, so yeah, if you play a Blight Walk, if you play a guy and he lives and they play a Thundersaw, you might be buffing the Thundersaw. Dreadbolt and Epidemic are both situational, takes out Bright Steel, Gargoyle, and the Devourers and the Predators. Epidemic was cut because it can backfire against Weirwood, however underleveled can be very effective, especially against robots. Got it. This deck is a work in progress. The deck was originally built around Echo Wisp. They backfired more than they helped. Thunderbots, they're disastrous against cool. This is... Okay, here we go. Best strategy is to remove your opponent's threats while keeping your own threats on the board. That's all of Solforge, but I understand what they're saying. Thundersaw is hard to remove. Buffed Blightwalkers will hang around. Normally play Thundersaw, Patriarch, and Blightwalker every time you get them. Cool. The most important aspect is knowing the matchups. Oh, I might be in trouble there. When to execute the plans, if you choose the wrong plan, it's nearly impossible to win. The most important adjustment to make is prioritizing Zymus when your opponent is running a lot of removals. That would be the Tempest Necrium. Against Thunderbolts, it takes out Arcflights, takes out Thundersaw. The real focus becomes leveling Dreadbolts, remove Gargoyles. Cool. Against Necrius, Tempest removal. This is the weakness. This is where Zymus earns his keep and needs to be played every time over all other options, no matter what the board state. Got it. Necrum Utera, which is all the WWP variants. Not a lot of play. As is a mirror, has the advantage because it... Deathweaver, Thundersaw and Grimgaunt Devourer. Cool. Maybe I shouldn't put a third Swamp Moss in. What's a better third I could put in? Dreadbolt, maybe? I'll put in a Dreadbolt. No, I don't. I'll never want a level 3 Dreadbolts. Let's go with a... Yeah, either a Grimgaunt? No, I'll go Swamp Moss. I'm really not sure what the other options would be there, so I'm just going to go with a Swamp Moss Lurker. Against Utera Tempest, which is 5-fist your anti-WWP Everflame. Priorities to level. Yeah, so nothing unusual there. Aloyan Drix, Cullen Blightwalker do a lot of things. Cool. So, let's go. Whoops. Let's save this as... I think I have a TinyGrimes deck going. Why can't I type? Oh, my keyboard's... I have a little keyboard here, and apparently it's been on for the last 24 hours. Whoops. I'm going to call it TinyGrim, and I think I'm going to save over my last TinyGrim, because I really like TinyGrimes' little instructional things, but I never get a chance to play them, so I thought I'd make a video, because Bobby particularly has been wanting me to play some more Constructed. So, I'm going to play one random match, and then I'm going to enter a tournament, provided I don't just, horribly lose the random match. Sorry about this. There's nothing I can do about it at the moment. I mean, I'd have to log out of my Mac and log into PC in order to stream from that, but I am in the middle of a workday, and I had a spare hour, so I thought I am just going to play a quick game. Okay, so him first, so let's see what type of deck Rolmo is playing. He's playing Necrium, so against Necrium, we want to play our own Zymus. We don't have the Zymus. I can't cull him. Let's trade off a Grimgaunt. And... okay, 3 Swamp Mosses was too many. There's really nothing I want to play here. I could level a Cull the Weak. Let's play a Swamp Moss in the middle row. Due to lack of surety. Okay, so I'm going to take out that Swamp Moss. I don't know what to put in though. Maybe another Grimgaunt? Yeah, genuinely not sure. That Epidemic would have been nice last turn. If I can start leveling up my Raws, if I see... when do I want to... okay, so Necrium Tempest... or this might be a Deathweaver. So Thundersaw and Grimgaunt dominate. Play them both early and often. Cool. Okay, so Necrium Tempest means I want to play my Zymus at all costs. Noted. I can actually survive... No, I can't. I was going to say I can survive that that Cinder Fist if I double Raw, but that is incorrect. I feel like... I'm really not sure. I've gotten lots of good cards, just all at the wrong time. Let's see, I probably want to level up an Epidemic. And I guess a Raw? Why would you block a Swamp Moss with a Cinder Fist? That's a really weird move. Yeah, I think I want to level... Although, if I'm going up against a Grimgaunt deck, I want to level my Blightwalker, and that looks like it might be what I'm going up against, so let's go with that. Hey, Weirwood, I forgot about him. So, probably Blightwalker Weirwood's the play here, because it just gets me a heap of pretty decent creatures. Unless I want to level up my Dreadbolt if I see a Devourer or a Predator. Yeah, I need to work out what... Ooh. That's an interesting and weird play. I need to work out what I want to put in instead of that... Haha, you think... Oh, that's actually really annoying. I'm just going to Blightwalker Weirwood. Blightwalker and Empty Row. Yeah, I need to work out what to replace that Zymus I'm missing with. Cool, so I've got a deck full of... a board full of things. She can easily Static Shock or Epidemic. I got a Devour. I didn't see either of my Zymuses. I've never played a Zymus. I bought the two and then stopped playing, so I've never actually managed to use a Zymus ever. Simple as that. What's another good little... Maybe a Witherfrost Succubus. I'll put that in. Combos well with a Weirwood. I mean, it's obviously no... it's no Zymus, but I don't really know what else to play. Epidemic? No, I think I want to play the Grimgaunt. And then just buff the shit out of everyone. Bam! So I've got a full board, that's a good sign. I'm going to start watching the screen up here because I hope it's all going through okay. Level 2, Weirwood currently buffs almost my entire board, which is pretty nice. Epidemic takes out his Flame Blade and probably most of anything else he's going to throw at me. That's okay. So yeah, Weirwood now buffs the Grimgaunt as well. Provided it doesn't kill anything else, which is pretty unlikely, admittedly. Cool. Let's go Weirwood Epidemic, I think. Boom! I'm doing pretty well, but I'm playing against a very strange deck. Sort of, yeah. I'm not sure what role Moore is going for. Maybe it's a new. He's testing something new out. I don't know. I haven't used my culls at all. That's probably because I haven't faced any. So Zymus is my weakness as well, isn't it? This guy doesn't say what to do against another Zymus. Yeah, it's annoying. Starting to regret not picking up that third Zymus. They're so costly. I was like, I'll get 2 and I'll get another one through draft or something, and still nothing. I'm still Zymusless. Cool. I'm just going to gem hide him. And just level up one of these spells, I guess. What does Cull get to? Cull will take out a Zymus. I mean, actually, Dreadbolt will take out a Zymus too. It's annoying. I'm okay for health at the moment. Wish I had some more board presence, but that's pretty nice. Can't... Ah, and there's the Zymus. Now, it said to spam Zymus at all opportunities. Does that include when, you know, he's level 1 and level 2? TinyGrimes, your guide is excellent, but I'm running into immediate fringe situations that I didn't cover. Why didn't you cover every possible situation? Why, Zymus? Zymus. That's right, TinyGrimes. In my mind, you are Zymus. Probably gonna... they're all dying. It's very, very sad. I want that Grimgaunt to go out of control, which is pretty unlikely. Yeah, I guess I'll just level up a Grimgaunt, and I don't know, like, he's not going to go anywhere. I just want to level him, really. Put him over here. Weirwood or Zymus? I mean, he has a Zymus, so maybe I should start leveling my Zymus up. I reckon, I play so much draft now, I can... Hey! Didn't draw either of my Zymuses or any of my Thundersaws. It's pretty lame-o. It's okay. That was incredible. Very impressive. And now I just zip over and kill my Zymus, and he's laughing. I'm going to double Thundersaw in the hope that he'll get hit by the... No, I don't want him to get hit by the Stormbringer, do I? Because he'd actually die. So let's do that. This is a nice deck. I'm liking this a lot. It's not... Yay! Oh wait, no, that's not good. he does get to do 4 damage. That's pretty nice. I'd be surprised if there was a better play than Thundersaw Grimgaunt here. Thundersaw probably in front of something. Grimgaunt not in front of something. But a level 3 at this point could really blow me out. That's okay. Annoying, but okay. Yeah, I didn't draw any of my... What are you doing? Okay, this is a very strange play. I don't quite understand his technique. Let's chuck you there and you over here. Blight Walker will take out that Stormbringer, and then probably Roar just to buff everyone. Shall be my first Roar. First Roar of the game. This is an important moment in a young woman's life. Very proud to be here on camera doing my first Roar. Oh, that's annoying. Thundersaw is a beast. I'm okay with Thundersaw, it's just his combination with Weirwood Patriarch that just... I know I'm playing that deck, but I've been out of Constructed for too long. Hey, look, he has an Everflame. How lovely. Cool. So, let's... Roar and Blight, I think. Blight and Roar, obviously, in that order. That means I take out that Phoenix, which is lovely. I've got a 17-11 with Breakthrough on the aggressive, which is nice. There's my level 2 Zymus and my level 3 Epidemic. Again, I can't imagine a situation where I would not play those two. Level 3 Epidemic should have a pretty decent chance at clearing the board, really. And we're very close to victory at the moment, with him on 38 health. I'm still going to go straight from this into a Constructed tournament, because I have enough tickets to be okay with wasting them. And I haven't played a Constructed tournament, probably like since a week after they came out, because I just kept getting faced with Weirwood decks that I found and find incredibly frustrating. Oh, that's annoying. It's okay, he does die from my Epidemic. And let's go Zymus in the corner. Grimgaunt 3, and then either Epidemic or Roar, depending on the board state, I think. If I could start my Grimgaunt growing, that would be nice, because I haven't managed to grow any of them at all so far. That's okay. So I think Roar probably here. Just to give a little bit of extra buff and damage through, which is really the name of the game. Also, I'd rather have a Roar level than an Epidemic. There's my Epidemic 3, and there's my Roar 2, and a Thundersaw. Let's all go. That's okay, that grows my Grimgaunt, and he comes back anyway. So probably Roar Epidemic here could get me the game. That was a Static Shock. Is that a 2 or a 3? 3? Man, see, this for me right now is not showing that, so there's a massive delay. I have not been watching the screen, I'm sorry, so if there's been anything that you've missed. I can't help you. Okay, Epidemic 3 means that damage goes through, which is very nice. And if he doesn't manage to bounce in front of my Zymus, I think that's a win. What is up with these aquatic embraces? They're not really doing much for you, mate. There we go. So I think that's... No, it's not... Oh, it might just be a win. Let's see. 17-7, so that's 27. Ferocious Roar makes that more than 30. Shaboom. First win of the day. Yeah, I use a program called Air Server, and it's been so reliable. As you've seen in like previous videos, it's been so good, but just recently it stopped working. I don't know why. Got no post-processing. Maybe if I change the frames per second? Basic pack. Let's open some packs. Here's a free ticket. As you can see, I've got 105 tickets, mostly due to the... two of my last 3 tournaments have been 03s. Ooh, Shagrias. I like him. I won in a daily pack a Nexus Core, and I genuinely didn't recognize it. Oh, that's what this is. So now you have more information than you had before about this. Yeah, so I opened a Nexus Core level 3, and I've never ever seen a level 3 Nexus Core in play, so I actually didn't recognize it. And I was like, that's a cool card. Is it a new card? No. No, it's an old, crappy card. There was, I'm not going to link to it, because I will forget, and you will all feel cheated. There was an amazing article that someone linked to on the subreddit, which was just exploring the lore. That FPS thing is annoying me. So nothing particularly exciting in those packs. Oops. Amazing Solforge post about the lore being like there is Nexus Pilot and Nexus Core. So Nexus, we don't know what that is, but it's going to be big. And I was like, it is going to be big. I'm really excited about that now. Okay, and I was going to just chuck a Witherfrost in. Probably won't play it, but I would rather have that than a... What? Rather than a third frickin' Swamp Moss. And what else is there in Necromutera? Shagrias? I love Shagrias, but he's not realistically a pale. Oh, I'll chuck a Doomwing in. No, I won't. That's totally off what this deck is trying to do. Flesh Fiend. I would like something that gets triggered by Weirwood, just for the synergy. Heart Tree, no. Leafkin. Leafkin could be a nice little, like, oh, he's playing a Tarsus deck, so they start... I've got my 3 Lyrias now. God, I love Lyria. I've gotten 2 of those... Oh, no, I think I've gotten all 3 of those Lyrias from draft, which is so much fun. I love playing Lyria in draft. They are the most fun drafts. Like, I've gotten them while drafting, not just from a pack. So currently, I'm thinking Leafkin, maybe. Woebringer doesn't really work with my Blight Walkers. Scythian Shambler would be nonsense. Witherfrost is nice, and she grows really well. She grows with Weirwood, so yeah, I'll chuck a single one of those in. That's right, TinyGrimes, I'm going off book with my TinyGrimes deck. Going off book, having only played this deck once, having not played a constructed tournament in months. Let's go! I am not expecting to win this, but I figure it'll probably be entertaining to watch. TinyGrimes. And I've got my, you can't quite see it, but over just to the side here, on that side for you. I've got all the different matchups that I'm most likely going to see in constructed. Although he should have probably said something about a mirror match, because he can't really, because he hasn't played mirror matches because he invented the deck. But I expect, well, with this article just having come out, a lot of people are going to be doing what I'm doing and playing the mirror match. So immediately, I'm happy with my choice of Witherfrost. I think she's a nice card to chuck on an empty board. Do I ignore the Fellwalker? I think I just use it to buff my Thundersaw. And I can take out the second one for free with my Witherfrost. That's a nice opener. Weirwood will buff both of those. And I can chuck a Blight Walker out and get a buff on him as well. I'm playing against Necreum. If I see Tempest, I want to play my Zymuses, which I don't have, and my Grimgaunts, which I do have. Whereas if I'm playing Aloyan or Utera, the Grimgaunt is not as much as a priority. I am not that good against most of the legendaries because I've played so much draft now. I think I've actually played more draft than anything else. Okay, so I want to prioritize leveling up my my Dreadbolts and my Blight Walkers, I think. That's okay, because with the buff, the Wither Frost does actually kill that Grimgaunt and survive. So, let's go... I think Blight Walker's the play here. Just so I have an answer to those Grimgaunts. And that actually gives me a really nice board state already. 5-8. That'll be what, an 8-5 with Breakthrough. I've got a 3-3. She's going to die, but that's okay. Zymus. I probably want to play my Zymus here. Definitely want to play my Blight Walker. And if I can, a Roar would be lovely. But yeah, so depending on what his second faction is, because I've only seen Next so far. Man, you're really going all in on the Feltwalkers, aren't you? Might chuck a Zymus in front of it and Roar. It's currently my preferred play. Ah, his Hungering Strikes are nice. I mean, for him, not for me. So, I've got a pretty nicely full board at the moment. Definitely Roar, because that keeps my Thundersaw annoyingly alive. And I think Zymus, because Neck has no way of dealing with a high level Zymus. I'm pounding some damage through already. I want to level that Dreadbolt, and even though it's not doing anything, I think I also want to level that Weirwood, just so I'll have two level 2s floating around. If he gives me something to Dreadbolt, that would be nice. Dreadbolt and Weirwood is currently my play. I've gotten much better at this game since playing Draft. I'm thinking a lot more. Maybe I always think as much, but I think I'm... Oh! Hunting Pack Lottery in a constructed tournament. Interesting play. I wish all my creatures weren't aggressive, because that Epidemic would be brutal. Give me something I can Dreadbolt. You didn't give me something I can Dreadbolt, and I am sad. Oh, I can actually. I'd have to Dreadbolt an Epidemic. Whereas I would rather Weirwood Epidemic. Okay. Cool, so pretty strong start to this one. Level 2 Zymus, level 2 Epidemic is nice. I'm a little bit worried about the Grimgaunt, but even now I can't see it getting crazy out of control. Oh, so Utera is his second faction, I just realised. Which is not very frightening at all. Because he has not leveled up as a Botanimate, so my Zymus is probably safe. Zymus Epidemic is a no-brainer at this point. And I will take 1 damage from his Sapling. While I continue to pound through damage, being 28 from winning without having taken any. TinyGrimes, you have made a nice deck. Let's see if we can 3-0 with it. I will send him this video and he will go, oh, that is his full reaction. If you scroll down in about 2 days' time, you'll see a comment from TinyGrimes in the comments just saying the word "oh" and nothing else. And I'm looking forward to it very much. I feel like I should be, but I'm just not able to. What am I trying to say? I don't have the right head brain. What is he? He must be playing like a Tarsus deck and not having drawn any Tarsus yet. Which would be a frustrating experience, I can assure you of that. I could have Dreadbolted there, but I think we're so close to the end of the game it doesn't really matter. That Weirwood will buff my Blight Walker, hilariously. At this stage it might even be worth just playing a Swamp Moss. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I should, but I don't have the right brain capacity. I don't have the right brain thinky type to make constructed decks. Maybe it's something I'll learn. I can draft really well, like I can 3-0 very reliably now. Weirwood, not quite enough. It brings them up to 5, which does 15 damage, provided they're all unblocked. Which they're not, so ignore that. Well, let's do 5 damage, and level up another Zymus, I think. Yeah, but I can make interesting constructed decks, but I can't make winning constructed decks. So, provided any two of those creatures are unblocked, any one of those creatures are unblocked, I think this is a win. Weirwood gives... no. If any one of them are unblocked, I can do at least 10 damage. Between Weirwood and Ferocious Roar. But I would be very surprised if this one was not mine. Although Weirwood Epidemic, I think wins it for me, yeah. Let's go Weirwood Epidemic, and that's a win. Weirwood is too powerful. It actually annoys me. Even when I'm using him, it's too powerful a card. Yeah, so I don't have the right... yeah, I can't exploit the system well enough. I'm normally really good at like learning systems and exploiting them, but I just don't have the right brain to make great decks like this. I think partially because I get annoyed at overpowered cards. So instead of being like, oh, Weirwood's amazing, let's build a deck around this, I'm like, I don't like Weirwood. What else can we play? And so obviously I then lose to Weirwood decks. So it's my own love of the underdog that causes this this problem. It's not a problem in my life. I'm quite happy not making constructed decks, and I'm quite enjoying finding other people's and testing them out. This might be a regular feature on Peter Plays Solforge, so it's not just drafting. So I want to play the Thundersaw and the Blightwalker, I think. Playing against a Weirwood deck, which means I think he's going wide. So I want to level up my Devourer if I see it. Thundersaw Weirwood's a no-brainer there. Sorry, Devourer, not your time. Thundersaw actually just trades evenly with a Weirwood, and I think every level because it's 24. So yeah, so they'd attack. Thundersaw would be on 8 with 4 attack. They'd attack. Thundersaw would be on 4 health with 8 attack, and then they would trade. And then the same thing happens at levels 2 and 3, where it's, yeah, because 3 9s is more than 24, and 3 15s is more than 36. Yeah, cool, nice. Maybe he's playing this deck. Maybe it's a mirror match. So, because he is playing that room... oh, this does look a lot like a mirror match. Currently the Thunderbolt trades there. No, not if I Weirwood. I think that's the play. I think Thundersaw, Weirwood. I mean, Weirwood in front of it. Weirwood and Thunder is probably a safer move. Because then I don't... no, I think Thundersaw Weirwood's the play. But yeah, I suspect I'm playing Vengivine, the 3 and 3 Vine 3. I think I'm playing a mirror match. Probably want to level up that Dreadbolt just to have some way of dealing with the Grimgaunt. Roar would be nice. So, Cull takes out the Blightwalker. Or the Thundersaw? No, I want to take out the Blightwalker more than I want to take out the Thundersaw. I also want to level up my Cull because I'm facing a Thundersaw deck. And then Ferocious Roar is not great. See, currently they evenly trade. Maybe I just trade him, or do I Blightwalker? A few options here. Okay, Roar pounds through some damage, but not really worth it in any other way, I don't think. Blightwalker replacing the Thundersaw means that he could just do what I did and cull it and still have a Thundersaw alive. Gemhide Basher does nothing, and Dreadbolt does nothing. So it's between Blightwalker to replace or just a general raw. I think I just want to go for a general raw. I've already leveled up a Blightwalker. And he's only played the one Thunder Saw so far. So raw means even if he roars, they still trade. Okay, I'm going to raw because I would rather have a leveled up raw. But that could have been a severe misplay. And if so, please tell me in the comments. I would be curious to hear. There's been no sign of Botanimate, and since we're leaving level 1, there probably won't be. So Zymus might be a play, depending on how long I think this match is going to go. Someone favorited one of my tweets. I think I said something very stupid. I remember it making me laugh. And it's sheer stupidity. I don't want an Epidemic because I'm playing against a Weirwood deck. I don't want to throw any... I'm just going to ignore that Blightwalker. I'm going to go for a Zymus. And I'm going to go for a Witherfrost. No, I'm going to go for a Roar. Witherfrost or Roar. Witherfrost or Roar. Witherfrost. Taking some risks. This could be a terrible play. I don't know. The Witherfrost, because when I draw a Weirwood, they'll buff it. That's not very exciting, is it? I think Thunder Saw in front of that Blightwalker, and Blightwalker in front of whatever threat he plays. The logic behind the Witherfrost there was that when I play a level 2 or 1 Weirwood, it becomes suddenly a bigger creature, which is better than just a generic buff to 2 creatures who, since we're about to level to level 2, are about to die anyway. I think that was a good play. Let me know what you think. Or if you're TinyGrimes, just write the word "oh." I'll know what it means. He's definitely playing Grimes' deck. Why would you do that? I just get to kill that for free. Oh no, I don't. Never mind. I might Dreadbolt that. I would not mind leveling up a Dreadbolt. Although, yeah, why would I Dreadbolt that when I could just... So they will trade... No, they won't. That was dumb. What a pointless move. Shit. What the fuck am I doing? Let's just Blightwalker that guy to death. I think... I don't know what to do. I did a stupid play. Okay, I want to chuck my Thundersaw in front of that Grimgaunt. And I want my Blightwalker just to kill him off so he's not doing that 1 damage. It doesn't get to grow. And that's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Weirwood is average here. Roar is pretty nice though. I'm expecting him to replace that Thundersaw with a Blightwalker. No, he's not. He's culling it. Nice. Good play. Which actually makes that a viable threat. Weirwood and Roar will take it out, and it'll grow my Blightwalker, so I'm going to do that. Not a super viable threat. It's a level 1 Grimgaunt. I'm ahead in terms of doing damage, and I've got a slightly better board state, but I think we've both got equally sort of good cards leveled up. I might just Zymus in front of Battle of the Blightwalkers. I might Zymus in front of that Blightwalker, and then Thundersaw in front of the Weirwood. Damn it. That... It's not ideal. It's okay. Taint the end of the world. I would really like to draw some nicer cards. Like, any of my level 2 Weirwoods would have been really nice, to be honest. I'll probably Thundersaw replacing that Weirwood. And Zymus in front of the Blightwalker, I think. Zymus dies anyway, so I might as well take out the pretty decent creature. Damn, you got Dreadbolts? That's okay. So yeah, this is a pretty solid mirror match, I want to say. I'm a little bit disadvantaged in that I haven't drawn a single frickin' level 2 Weirwood. Level 3 Roar is nice though, god. If these cards survive, then that means I'm actually going to start packing through some fucking serious damage, because that's going to be... Oh, nasty. Oh, Weirwood is so good! It drives me up the fucking wall. I actually get really angry at how good Weirwood is. It just infuriates me. think I have to just ignore those 2 cards and take the damage, because Witherfrost just dies, doing 9 damage. I'd rather her have a -5/-5 I can use. Oh, yeah, no, I'm fucked. I'm fucked because I didn't draw the Weirwoods, because Weirwood, and you may have heard this from me before, is the single most powerful card in Solforge with no downside. Yeah, like... This is why I stopped playing Constructed. This is literally the whole reason I stopped playing Constructed, because Weirwood is just fucking mental. Like, it's just over the top, crazy, ridiculously good. Nothing I can do. Because he draws Weirwoods, and I didn't draw my Weirwoods, and so I lose the game. Hooray. You -5? Cool, so you will actually take him out. Doesn't matter though, because I still frickin' lose. He said with just a hint of annoyance. And game. I could have taken out that Blight Walker. Actually, now I think about it, that would have been a better play. Yeah, so Constructed in Solforge is a game of try to draw your Weirwood first. Obviously, there's other stuff like building a deck, etc., etc., and I might have maybe I made some serious misplays that I just haven't noticed. But it's ultimately decks with Weirwoods. Who draws the Weirwood first? And that would be okay. I could just stay in draft. Except the fact is, oh, that's weird. Draft, as often as not, is a game of who drafts the most Weirwoods. Like, you just can't do anything. It's just an over-the-top powerful card. So you know how I was saying I might play some more Constructed, make this a regular thing? I probably won't, just because I genuinely get so angry about Weirwood. I don't enjoy it. I don't have fun against Weirwood. That's why I stopped playing Constructed. That's not why I stopped playing Draft, because Draft, you just have to hope that you don't face a Weirwood. Like, that's the whole strategy against Weirwood. Try not to leave small creatures on the board, and just hope you don't face them. I find it really boring and frustrating. I would love it if they nerfed it. I just really would, because it's a boring card to play against. It's in every deck, and if you don't draw it, if you do draw it, you win. If you don't draw it, you lose. If you don't play it, you basically lose straight out of the gate. And if you do play it but don't draw it at the right time, you lose. And I know it's a game of variance, but really it's boring. The variance should be more than Weirwood. A lot of people really like it because of the variety it's brought, and it has definitely brought variety. If you ignore the fact that it's in every deck, it's made Arclight Squadrons good, it's made Fire Fist interesting, it's made a whole bunch of cards really good and interesting, at the expense, in my mind, of the rest of the game. I don't even care, like, I'm just... about what I play, I mean. I'm just sitting being like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, like, you know, if he draws a Weirwood, he wins, yay. It's a... You can tell I'm getting pretty emotional. It's because I love this game. As you know, you've probably seen my videos before. I love this game, and Weirwood is actually ruining large chunks of it for me. His stats are too powerful. I did a post, I think it might have been while I was away. I'll try to find a link to that. I just put together the numbers, and I worked out at level 1, he beats all except for, like, he trades with every card except Shardplate, Deep Branch Prowler, who levels really badly, and I think like maybe 2 other cards that also level really badly. Yeah, you Terror deck. Interesting. Rune Grove, that's an odd choice. Yeah, he just trades with everyone. He's crazy powerful. So like his body is great. In draft, if he was just a vanilla card, 4, 7, 9, 9, 13, 9, 12. Yeah, 4, 7, 9, 13, 15, 20. If he was a vanilla card, he would be a must-have in the same way Stonefist Giant is. He's just a beast of a card. He's just really excellent stats at all levels. Plus, the whole board. Like, he's too good. He's too good, and I find it boring and frustrating. So I want to level up my... Nice play. I want to level up my, what's he called? The guy who attacks the Grimgaunt Devourer. If I see him, I'll level him up. Might be worth Dreadbolting, just because of those Utera Packmasters. And as we all know, you always play a Weirwood, because it is a card with no downside. Which makes it very boring and annoying. I'm okay with losing, like, if you've watched my streams before, you'll know I lose a lot. I'm not a great player. I just don't like losing to one card always with nothing I can do about it. That's my issue, and I think that's pretty reasonable. If I don't see a Botanimate, I'll play a Zymus, I think. Although, no, probably he's too slow. That's the thing. I always forget that the reason you don't play him is not because he can't be stopped. Not you don't play him out of fear of Botanimate. You don't play him because he's too slow in the current meta. I don't know what the play is here. Look, I might as well play him. He's going to trade anyway. And I think I want a Thundersaw more than I want a Blightwalker, even though he's probably not going to get me any kind of board position. Yeah, I don't mind losing. I'm not a sore loser. I just don't like a boring fucking meta. I think Zymus Weirwood's the play here. My ideal change to him would be change it to 1/1, 2/2, 4/4, the boost, or lower his stats to, you know, a decent like 2/5, 4/10, like something like the Shapers. The Shapers have less than amazing stats because I'm going to Dreadbolt that Utera Packmaster, and I'm going to Weirwood, even though he doesn't activate. And that Bright Tusk Sow is still alive, damn it. It's okay. Yeah, just lower his stats so he's a reasonable fucking creature and not just the god of everything. Like Zymus, you can strategize around. Weirwood, it absolutely comes down to have Weirwoods in your deck and draw them first. Okay, I'm going to stop ranting. I'm sure it's gotten boring by now. Those are my feels. I have a lot of them. So Zymus dies no matter who I put him up against. That's okay. Might as well take out the guy who's attacking. Oh no, I'll play him here. I'll start growing my Thundersaw. Oh, I get to play my first ever level 3 Zymus. Won't that be exciting to watch? I think Thundersaw, either Raw, Epidemic, or Grimgaunt, depending on the board state. If a Raw, you know, keeps my Thundersaws alive or something like that. The art on Thundersaw shows he doesn't really grow much. Like, he's basically the same guy, just 3 times. It's interesting. Raw's looking pretty nice right now. Depends on what he blocks with, I suppose. Yeah, nice. Holy crap, was that him without him playing any cards? Criminy. Well, they both trade no matter what. It's Thundersaw. Oh, yeah, let's Grimgaunt. Ha! Let's get a fucking massive Grimgaunt going. Okay, yeah, he's level 1, so he's not going to get that massive, but he's still pretty nice. There's another Weirwood who won't trigger unless I play something that he will trigger. That was an almost pointless sentence. So I'm probably going to 2-1. Handily winning against decks that don't have a Weirwood and losing to decks that do have a Weirwood because he drew... Okay, it's getting crazy. Honestly, this is why I don't play Constructed. Because it gets in my head and I just get really worked up and annoyed and I don't enjoy that whole process. Yeah, there's a single card that has killed the meta for me and his name is Weirwood. Sigh. What's particularly weird is that he has the Utera symbol. That's the Utera symbol. Which suggests to me that originally he only buffed other Utera cards and then they kind of made it everyone. And just other Utera cards is another fix that I would be totally fine with. That's cool bagool as far as I'm concerned. What are you doing? What are you doing, heliometry? It could be argued every mirror match comes down to who draws the key cards first, but Fuck Weirwood. Nice. Raw actually keeps... Oh, I don't have Raw. Epidemic keeps my Grimgaunt alive. And I wouldn't mind leveling up an Epidemic. I'm playing against the Swarm deck. I'm playing against lots of Echo Wisps. Oh man, he could draw some level 3 Echo Wisps and just win. That's a pretty dumb play by me not taking that into account. Oh, that's a stupidly good hand. They are talking about lowering him from 913 to 713, but that's just a so that he gets buffed by future Weirwoods like the first level does. So that's not so much a response to people complaining, that's more an elegance thing, which, you know, I approve of elegance. So I'm almost certainly going to Thundersaw Weirwood here. Yeah, there's no possible way I'd play anything else. I just really hope he doesn't draw his Echo Wisps before I can get some stuff on the board. Oh, Cultivate. You don't see a lot of those. Play him in the corner. Play a Weirwood here so that I can't just be spammed by level 2 or 1 Echo Wisps. Hey, Zymus 3! I might get to play my first ever Zymus 3! How exciting! Possibly Gemhide, possibly Swamp Moss, I don't know. Nothing particularly exciting here. I have never played a Zymus 3. So yeah, this video started with me saying, I'm going to do more of these, and me saying with... I still never get to play a Zymus 3. That's quite funny. Yeah, if I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people would like to see me play more constructed, but it's not fun for me. I got really pissed off at the Shapers in the last meta, and they got nerfed, and I got really pissed off at the Weirwoods, and they're focusing on set 2, which is obviously a priority, but sigh, sigh, sigh. 2 event tickets, so that cost me 1 event ticket, which I got for logging in anyway. Let's open my pack. Yeah, TinyGrimes deck is really nice. I like it a lot. I'm never going to play it again because I hate the meta. That's all from me. Sorry to end on a down note. I hope you've enjoyed watching. It's good to be back. I'm probably gonna do a draft video in the next few days because I really like drafting, because not every deck has a Weirwood. That's all. Bye!